I took that boy to the water and I baptized him in the precious name of the Lord. And when he came up out of the water, he came up out of the water talking in tongues and magnifying God. You might say, preacher, what brought that boy to that church? I'll tell you what brought him to that church. It was faith in Jesus. It was faith that he could be baptized. It was a desperate spirit that got a hold of him. I'm telling you, there needs to be a spirit that grabs this church. If you want this church running over with people, if you want the altar closed, you need to get desperate for God and begin to believe that God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that we ask. Glory to God. Think of him. I'm telling you, you're looking at a preacher that wants to move the Holy Ghost. You're looking at a preacher that's not satisfied with a normal, I want to move in the Holy Ghost. Hallelujah.
That's right. Hallelujah.
And all of this, it takes faith. You're not born with faith. No, sir. Faith comes by hearing.
That's right.
And what does hearing come by?
Word of God.
It comes by the Word of God. Every time your preacher stands behind this podium to preach the Word of God, it's by faith. And you hear what he preaches. And you should say, that's my pastor. I'm behind him. I'm going to be with him. I'm going to be part of the house. And we're going to move McMinnville for him. We're going to bring people to this house. Faith is going to do it. We need the spirit that this little woman had to bring people to the house of God. I'm telling you, faith brings freedom to us all. If the Son therefore shall be make you free, ye shall be free indeed. Hallelujah. Touching Jesus brings healing.
Yes, it does.
It brings whatever you have need of in your life. Brother Joe, I don't know, was in the church at this time in Memphis or not. I believe he was. But there was a little woman that came to the front that had a growth on her lip. And she had been to the doctor, and the doctor said, it's my lip. It's got to come off. And it was on a Wednesday night Bible study. And she came to the front to be prayed for. And she said, Brother Dyson, would you anoint this lip and pray for it that God will heal it? And there was no great move of the Spirit there. It was just this little woman that wanted to be healed, that wanted that sore on her lip to be removed. And I just anointed her and prayed for her. I didn't jump no bitches. I didn't run around the church 7 times. I just anointed her and prayed for her. And she said, thank you. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, the phone rang. I told Mary, I said, answer the phone. She said, answer it yourself. And I reached over to get the phone. I knocked it on the floor. And finally, I found it. And I said, hello. And she said, it fell off. I said, what fell off? Mary said, what fell off? She said, Brother Kenneth, that sore on my lip is laying here on the pillar. God's healed me. I'm telling you, when you get that kind of prayer, something's going to happen. Something's going to take place. Something's going to move for God. Come on, church. I'm telling you today, it's time to get excited. It's time to get excited for God. And let me tell you, just a touch. That's all you know. Ooh, hallelujah. If I'm 81 years old, can leap for joy. And if that's too,